From the time he could stand, he was baptized in the fire of combat.
I do believe I can be the best in the world and world heavyweight champion, so just need to prove it.
Fatality.
Taught never to retreat, never to surrender.
Because we're traveling people. We live to fight, we love it.
Taught that death on the battlefield in service to Sparta was the greatest glory he could achieve in his life.
I'm a fighting man. Fighting's in my veins, blood, background, everything. From every man in my breed, seed and generation can fight.
At age 7, as is customary in Sparta, the boy was taken from his mother and plunged into a world of violence. Manufactured by 300 years of Spartan warrior society to create the finest soldiers the world has ever known. The Agoge, as it's called, forces the boy to fight, starves them, forces them to steal, and if necessary, to kill.
Said, come saddle for me, me old middle white stone. For the brown one is not speedy, oh, until I ride early after 9, till I find the dark-eyed gypsy, oh.
If you can't take pain, real pain, I mean, you can't be a fighter. So violent, I can't explain it to you. The fighting, I mean.
Finish it! That's it!
When I get men in front of me, they try to kill me.
Can't speak for you. They can talk that shit, but when they come in the ring, it's only me and him. He can have 4 trainers. I don't give a fuck who he got in his corner. He can have the best of the best trainers in the corner. They can't fight for him. They can't teach him nothing that is going to be able to prepare for me.
To try to wipe me off the face of the earth. And the men behind them shouting and kill him, kill him, kill him. So, you know what I mean? There ain't no referee going to jump in, oh, he's got a cut over his eye. You know what I mean? Stop it. There's a cut over his eye. There's no stop it.
Finish it! Finish it! That's it!
Not if you ripped my heart out, they wouldn't stop it. Before me, there's always been kings of the gypsies.
The 6'9" showman is the man who beat the man who beat the man, going back to the original 1800s heavyweight champ. He's never lost that lofty position in the ring, so lineal champ it is. And as he makes his way to the ring, the label the Gypsy King, it's not just a boxing nickname, it's of ethnic pride. He's from a long line of Irish travelers, a very specific group of gypsies stretching across the UK and Ireland, and he has many Irish traveler cousins here stateside. And that prized label of being the Gypsy King, it matters greatly among that nomadic group. And within his bloodline, it is reserved for the toughest and best fighter among the Irish travelers. His grandfather was the Gypsy King.
Son Bartley Gorham III was a champion of North and South Wales, Gypsy.
His uncle was the Gypsy King.
Bartley Gorham V, that's me. I'm the champion of the world. Before me, Uriah Burton, Big Just, was a king of the Gypsies. And when he died, I inherited his title. I fought Johnny Fletcher. Then I become the champion of the gypsies, the king of the gypsies. Among gypsies, like the Indians in America, there's breeds. My breed is the Gormans. The Furies.
Excuse me, Marbo, we're in Bolton here for the homecoming of the new unified heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury. With me, it's a bit of history here. Got John Fury and grandmother to Tyson Fury.
Grandmother to Tyson Fury.
Wow.
My mother.
Can I ask your name, madam?
Patience Fury.
Very nice to meet you. We need to know, what were these like growing up as young boys? Because picture in your head, they seem like they would be wild childs. Were they wild?
Well, they wasn't tame, was it? They wanted some hand, and the father couldn't trust them through the edge.
And who was the worst to control out of these?
They was all about the same, take it from me, they was.
Really?
There was no difference. He would do what these would do, and if he got in trouble, these would fight on the lot. And the father used to say to him, if one of you get into trouble, the four of you can beat one.
Bloodline of Furies, Gypsy John, his father, a heavyweight pro and a fearsome street fighter. So to understand the son, you have to know the man who brought him up.
I had no education. Come off a working family, you know, young family, and all the kids was young and that. And what do you do for money?
What did he do?
Do you want to know?
Yeah, especially.
I fought amongst travellers meetings, prize fights, pick-up fights. It's a brutal business. Brutal business. No brutal. You can get killed. And I've had bones broke. I've had my jaws broke. You know, teeth missing at the back. Real. When you're out there, you're a gladiator, my friend, and it's just you and him. That's the worst feeling in the world, and all you want to do is be safe and win and get paid.
The Wilsons, the Kellys, the O'Neills, the Maguires and the Bryans. That's my breed. That's one entire breed. And I fight for them people. For the old men and the old women and the young women and the young men and the little children.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Go right back to a rainy night in August '88.
Born 7 weeks premature, you know, it's been well documented. You died 3 times during childbirth, you know.
8 weeks before his time, a fighter was about to be born.
Some doctor rung me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Goes to the hospital. They say he's being born. He's in the special care unit. And I think he was about £1.5 pound in weight or something, weren't you? Well, I looked and I had him in my hand. Picked him up, put him in my hand there, look. So anyway, he looked at me, he said, what are you going to call him? After the heavyweight champion of the world, I said, Mike Tyson. He started laughing at me, his name's Tyson.
I do believe it was my destiny to become a champion boxer because, like you say, I had that struggle at birth to survive and all that. I was always a weakling growing up and all that, and very thin and whatever, bullied and all that sort of stuff. And my name was Tyson. I had 3 other brothers. They're not called Tyson, they're not boxers. And why me?
I wish one of your guys had children so I could kick them in their fucking head or stomp on their testicles so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I have, waking up every day.
So when you knit it all together, it does sort of think, well, it's supposed to be. And here I am today boxing.
Nobody's ever remembered for having money. People remember for what they do in life. They only go down in history for what they achieve, and money isn't one of them. Roam the travelling people, they're as educated, they're as nice a folk as I wish to meet. You know, obviously, They can't do things with pen and paper because they've never had that kind of thing. But they know how to respect people. They know how to respect people's property and people for who they are, and they expect it back.
As you grow in fame and notoriety, and your career goes from strength to strength, it's not something you're going to hide, is it? It's not something.
No.
It would be easier for you to do that, perhaps.
I didn't want to say it, but it stopped him from going to the Olympic Games because of what he was, and that, for me that was heartbreaking. I almost told you to quit, didn't I? If the politics of what you are is going to stop you from doing what you're good at, don't bother with it.
And that's what you thought happened?
It did happen. It did. I don't thought it did. It happened.
I'm not going to try and be something I'm not. I'm going to be proud of what I am. And what I am is a traveller, Irish, whatever you want to call me, fighting for GB.
Ability-wise, I'm 5 times better than anyone in the world at the moment.
Anything else?
World champion.
No problem.
Definitely.
Definitely.
This year, I should have went to the Olympic Games really, but only through politics. I've never made it there. But anyone in the Olympic Games, I'd handled no bother. I'd done a better job than our arch rival, Mr. Price.
How big are you? Hey kids, how big is you? Big man, that's for sure. Hey man, come on look at the size of this fella.
I got you here and I got your attention.
Let's get back to there.
I want to welcome you all to Winner's Circle.
You look like a bat.
Body shot. We were training. Definitely going to stay focused rather than fight. Oh, he's caught him with a solid left hand. That's a little bit of a wobble from Chisora. He was off balance, but he looks a bit stunned here. Blood is what they call mighty lump of weight as well. He is a big man. Oh, great shot. Terrific right hand. Talking about the footwork, the way he spun it there.
By any means, I'm a 7 or 11, trip 6 or CeeLo. You ain't hear that from me though. My occupation's operation, get money. Got that beam on that 9, got that money on my mind. Got no patience, man, I grind like I'm running out of time. See the sunshine reflect off my shine, you're blind. Your right high lines like my line, you sign. That bitch better ass so fat, glad she mine.
Everything that's gone on in the past, you just want to chuck it under the carpet. But I'll tell you now, this young lad here is a middleweight champion of the world. He'll stay middleweight for a long time. Middleweight champion of the world for years and years to come. When these people want a downfall to happen, it'll never happen because God won't permit it that way. These two men here, how long have you been on the amateurs together, won't you, Billy? A lifetime together. And I always said, see these two, he'll be the heavyweight champion of the world, he'll be the middleweight. I've never been proved wrong yet, because you know why? They give their all. They're not in it for the money, it's nice, but they're in it for the fight, because we're travelling people. We live to fight, we love it. I've just done 12 years for a fight, I love to fight. And if I could fight now, I probably would do. But these people here, they would aggravate a saint. And what do they know? Nothing. Nothing. They're going home drinking the coffee with their fingers out, trying to be what they're not. What are these people? They're supposed to be in a respected job and to let Joe Public know what the job is. They're just trying to con people. They're trying to put words on paper that people just want to read over the morning coffee. Tell the frigging truth, they don't bother writing the paper. Because all people want to hear about is sadness, downfalls. You put good stuff in papers, it won't sell. Put crap in papers, it sells. Because the public are mugs. Like that circus act on Saturday night. They're frigging mugs. That fella's been took a paycheck to fall down. He was looking for the floor before the bell went.
Who that? Who that?
Come on, he couldn't beat me, how's that? I'd have given him a better fight for £1 million, well, other divvy could. Him with a gold teeter.
Who that? Who that?
Teeter stood around a firing drum in Queens. In the freezing cold.
I walk this earth like a god. I step right over you.
The fans are in for a real treat.
Tell me the story of the sauna.
You know,
the training camp. Well, tell me.
At Matty's training camp, we're in the sauna. About 10 guys in the sauna, and it came down to me and Vlad in the sauna. Do you remember this, Vlad and me at all? No?
I mean, I remember the sauna, and I remember the sparring partners.
In the Stangleworth Hotel.
Yeah.
It was all in the sauna, a few guys in there.
Yeah.
Everyone starts popping off around us. And it gets down to him, and I'm over the other side. And I'm thinking, I've only had 12, 13 fights. But still in my mind, I was mentally in a competition with him. In the mind.
Was it a competition?
Right, he can say what he wants, he can deny it, whatever, yeah? But I was prepared.
What are you talking about?
I was prepared. I stayed in for like 40 minutes.
I don't know, I mean, I don't remember exactly that moment, but I believe, I don't know, I mean, I don't remember exactly that moment.
Motherfucker, do you speak it? Guys, Chico, they never lie.
I believe, I don't know, I mean, I don't remember exactly that moment, but I believe im Stein mit dem Sauna, people are walking in naked. So
who got out first?
Boom.
The eyes, Chico, they never lie.
He did. He got out first.
And what did you think at that time?
I thought mental victory.
That you built in your own world.
Yes.
That didn't exist.
We both know it did exist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
seriously.
you can say you don't know what I'm talking about,
but I'm seriously
I know,
saying it.
And you know it did exist.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. The mind's a funny thing. It can take you to the moon and back.
You will collect experience.
You can be in a room, a four-walled room, but yeah, like my mind can be anywhere I wanted it to be. The mind is the key to unlocking everything.
Mind is the strongest thing.
Vladimir,
exactly.
you say...
And I'm concrete.
It's a certain toughness inside of Tyson Fury. Don't ever miss me. Tyson. Everyone says he's awkward. He's just that. But I know him personally. He's lived with me in my home, too. And he stayed with me, and I've trained Latimer. I've had them all together. He is maybe the toughest. And then I've got Linus and David pretty much even. David Price is extremely talented technically, but I just don't know inside if he and Linus are as tough as those guys are. To be the heavyweight champ of the world, you have to be mentally a tough guy. I think he's too naturally talented, big, and tough. Unless I see different, I don't think Linus, I don't think that Price is as tough as he is. There's a certain toughness inside of him that outside of the little boyishness that I see that's going to make him the dominant person if he stabilizes himself.
I'm looking forward to it.
Can't be beaten.
I'm looking forward to it.
You ain't going to beat me.
I honestly think
Definitely not.
This fight you're taking too early.
He's a massive jump up from the level of opponents you've boxed so far.
I wouldn't say so, no. He's a man with a pair of boxing gloves on. They all want to win. They've all got confidence. And they all talk a good game. Just like his opponents in the past. They've all talked a good game. But unlike me, them guys didn't believe they could really do it.
But 10 years on, he's still unbeaten.
Don't worry about that. I'm finishing my conversation. Them guys who you fought in the past, they talked a lot. They had a lot to say. But they didn't have the inner belief in the mind, in the heart, in the body. Name me one of your opponents that I couldn't beat. Who'd land a glove on me? None of them.
David Hay.
David
would
Hay.
have knocked you out.
That's a different word.
Have a day off, will you?
A majority of the reason, and I hate when boxers make excuses after fights, it makes me sick. But you know, I broke my toe 3 weeks ago. Wow. There was no way I was going to pull out of this fight.
Wow.
Listen, don't make an excuse. Take the defeat. Listen, in boxing, you're going to have a winner, you're going to have a loser. If someone's going to get hurt, someone's not going to get hurt. That's real facts of boxing. The real facts of boxing is once the fight is over and you say, well, I'm not making no excuse, but that's an excuse.
It's one of those things that happen in training. You get injuries. Vladimir might have broken toe for all I know, I don't know. But I was unable to push off my right foot and shoot in my right hand like I'd like to.
Wipe my shiny metal ass.
Didn't allow me to open up and do what I normally do. Weren't able to throw big, powerful punches, and you know that's boxing. You don't get it your own way all the time. He fought great. You know, he hit me with some great shots. He did knock me down. The knockdown that was scored a knockdown. I think everybody except the referee could see that was just a push.
He's clearly a dickhead. That's why you heard him chatting just then. Hasn't got a fucking clue what he's talking about. Just yabbering on about.
I have crippling depression.
The fact is, July 2nd, you're getting knocked unconscious.
Oh, hell
You're going to be crawling around on the floor like you was against Corey Sanders. Like you was against Lauren Brewster.
You know, I'm gutted that I wasn't able to do what I needed to do out there. I thank the fans, and I definitely feel that it's really put heavyweight boxing back on the map this week. I went out there and implemented a great strategy and game plan. I was hoping, I was dropping my hands in front of him, trying to let him. I wanted him to unload on me. I know at long range I couldn't spring in like I'd normally do. Big shots. So I tried to drop my hands and give him my face. And I was taking a few jabs that normally I wouldn't do.
Can you help a nigga out?
Because I wanted him to come and try to knock me out.
Bruh.
But he wasn't sort of committing. But he did the right thing, you know. He won a point. Points decision. If you look at the scorecards, it looks a pretty big wide decision. I don't believe
I have crippling
scoring was
depression.
accurate. I think the referee did exactly what we was hoping he wouldn't do.
You got his ass.
He fought you, didn't he? He fought you and tortured you, yeah? He wouldn't even fight me twice. He was getting a lot of money.
I didn't know what it was going on.
Excuse me,
but
I'm talking. He was
yes,
offered a
you're
lot of
talking.
money, yeah, to fight. Biggest fight in this country. Probably a bigger fight than you, actually. But still, he wouldn't fight because he saw something that he didn't like. And the same thing he saw, you're seeing. Just turn up to the fight. That's all I'm asking you. Turn up and fight. That's all I want you to do. I've got to ease off of you now because I remember when I put it on David A. Strong and I come on all the heavy and serious. He pulled out twice. So are you going to do the same thing? Address the situation what David has just brought up, where he's giving me the opportunity for this big payday. Now let's not get things confused, David. I'm chucking you a bone. You're the dog and I'm chucking you a bone. Because before the Tyson Fury fight, where was you going to go? Who did you have to fight? Nobody. I'm giving you a chance. So you can claim your little claim of fame to try and beat Tyson Fury. It's not the other way around. I'm the younger newcomer. I'm the one who's on everyone's tongue. You're just the one who stinks the place out against people and blames on your little toes making excuses. Then you fight Dishonor, yeah, who, when I beat him, he was a virgin. When you beat him, he was a journeyman. So let me just get one thing clear. It's me giving David a bone, not the other way around. And listen, he has a lot to say. People like to hear what David A's got to say. But listen, after the fight with me, he'll have a lot to say, and a lot of people can laugh at him for all the bullshit he's ever talked. So I better back off of Vladimir Klitschko before he gets the jitters and he doesn't turn up like his comrade David Hay. He's great.
Vladimir Klitschko, a very great and worthy champion who's getting old, and all good dogs have the day.
Oh, left hook for Fury. Klitschko went for a home run left hook and got caught with it. Another left hook for Fury. The DQ would be if Fury is caught with another rapid punch. Pick up.
He's trying.
This hugging isn't going to help.
No, but he's trying to fight for a change. I mean, you got to give him credit. He tried.
Even the heavyweight.
From the United Kingdom,
gerade Weltmeister geworden ist. Kein Lächeln im Gesicht. Die Gürtel bekommt er.
We know the truth. We knew we had the brains to outthink some fella what's been stood around a burning oil drum in the past looking for a $5 spar. He was never going to outthink us. All of Klitschko's team, we didn't only beat Klitschko, we defeated his team. We're world champion teams. We hold the world title as team members because we outfought them. The brains of Britain, one's a Ukrainian president. We made him look stupid. Bert Bont, a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? I tied him up like a cat with a ball of wool. You know what I'm saying? I said, listen, you can do what you want. Right's right, wrong's wrong. Play on a level field. We're down 9-1 before kickoff, mate, but we're still going to win. We mentally broke them down in London, and we've done a demolition job in Germany. But let me tell you something now. They're all going to jump on the back of somebody else. If it's not Anthony Joshua, it'll be Dillian White. But what has these people done to get credit more than my son? The answer's nothing. They haven't fought anybody, they've won no titles. You've got a man there with an attitude as big as his head in David A. He's a coward. You know, he said only a few months ago, the best doctors in the world said he should never fight again. All of a sudden he's out to con the public and steal a living, saying my shoulder's perfect. How can you go from that to that in a short time? All you people might be gullible, naive fools. Furies ain't fools. We see through these people. And you know something? The character at the Wizard of Oz, the lion looking for some courage. Let me tell you, the lion had a chance of getting courage because he had a dream that there was an Oz and a man talking from behind the curtain. he's got no chance of guts because he's living in the real world. So do not mention men. Well, they're not men. I don't know what they are, these people. I'm going to call them things. I will call them things. Because I'll tell you now, he ain't a man, he's nothing. Hear this. There's my old trainer there. Fernand's made his way out of his job today to be with us. I will get him out of his job and he'll train me, and I'll flog David, eh? And then I'll flog David, eh? And you know who's the other man? You know the great heavyweight champion, what I learned in Germany from a good source? Hear this, Lennox Lewis. You was frightened of me in my heyday, and I just found it out from me. He didn't want to fight me. But I'll tell you now, I'll fight him now. I'm 50, he's 50, let's have a battle royale. Forget about what my lad's done here. We can't, nothing compares with that, and nothing ever will. But I'm telling you now, before all you plastic people can put my son down and discredit what he's done, I will die before I let you achieve that. That ain't happening. And you're going to listen to us, because we're sick of being talked down to. You listen to us, because we pay no homage to nobody, only God Almighty and our Father, our blood Father.
Deontay Wilder, a very untested world champion who's got a big knockout record, a big hype in America. Looking forward to knocking him out.
To that neutral corner, and now right there. Gonna split the guard. Body shot, short leg hook. Wilder was out on his feet.
Fury has the ability, and I think in my expectations, will be the next superstar dominant heavyweight, much along the lines of Lennox Lewis and Vladimir Klitschko. Very talented for a big guy, unbelievable coordination, a lot of showmanship and personality and charisma.
Describe what it feels to do what you just did. You said it, you called it, and you made it happen.
You know, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ. I said those who bring evil against me will not prosper.